Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about God has the final say, you know? And sometimes, like, the situation may be like, okay, this is what's going to happen. But, man, it's sometimes where God has a different he just sees different from that situation. That situation talking about this, but God is talking about something else. Sometimes the situation and God is not going to say the same thing. And who has the final say, the situation or God? God has the final say. Sometimes the situation is like, man, it's over for you, bro. It's no hope, bro. It's over. But God is like, nah, it's not over. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes God talks different from the situation. Sometimes God's conclusion is different from that situation that you might be going through. It's totally different. And if it is different, then you already know God's final word is what's going to happen. God's final word is what's going to happen, not what these people talking about, not what family members talking about, not what friends talking about, not what the situation talking about. God has the final say, you know? And this is something that, in a way, we could feel confident in this is because certain times these situations, they be saying something else, bro. Sometimes these people, man, they be saying something else. Sometimes family and you know, all these different people, man, they be saying different things, bro, from what God is trying to say. God is trying to say something totally different. And I experienced this in my own life too. I experienced to whereas, you know, family talking about something else, situation talking about something else. God is like, this is what I'm talking about. And then what God said is what came to pass. You know what I'm saying? Because God has the final say, not the situation, not these people talking about all this extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? God has the final say. And I just wanted to talk about this, man. And sometimes the devil also has something to say as well. The devil be having a lot of stuff to say. The devil be talking about, oh, this is how it's gonna happen for you. This is how you're gonna fall. This is how you're gonna lose. You know, let's say you're going through like a difficult time in your life, but you are still happy. The devil gonna be like, hey, why are you happy? You're going through some bad things in your life, man. Why are you happy for? You're going through some traumatic things. Why are you still maintaining like a positive outlook? Why are you still joyful? You're supposed to be depressed right now. You're supposed to be worried right now. You're supposed to have anxiety. Why you still have joy? Don't you know that it angers the devil when you still have joy, when you're going through some difficult things? Because the devil is like, man, it's over for you. You finished. So why are you having all this joy? And look at what's going on in your life, man. Hey, stop being joyful, man. You going through some real difficult things. Why are you joyful for? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's how the devil be talking sometimes. That's how the devil be feeling. Like, why are you so joyful when you're going through some difficult things? You're going through some hard things in life. Why are you so joyful for? You know what I'm saying? The devil be telling you, oh, you about to fall. The situation is about to go bad and this and that. But God has the final say. God is like, nah, man. You know, this is how it's going to go. God could be like, hey, man, this situation going to go in your favor. Devil talking about, man, you about to lose, man. This is not going to go in your favor, this and that. But God is like, hey, just trust me, man. You know, it's going to go in your favor. You got this. You're going to get the victory in this one, you know. That's why I'm saying, brother, the devil don't have the final say, bro. The situations and all this stuff, they don't have the final say. God has the final say. And this is something that we could be confident in and something we need to know. Doctors talking about this, doctors talking about that. Some of these doctors be lying, scamming, but God talking about something different. Doctors talking about this is what was going to happen for you. This is it. There's no way around this. God talking about, man, look, I see different. Something different gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? This situation gonna go in your favor. Doctors talking about something else. You know what I'm saying? Systems of this world talking about something else. They talking about, oh, we're gonna sink you. It's over for you. You can't win. God is talking about, man, you're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So what are you gonna focus on? Are you gonna focus on God's voice, or are you gonna focus on the voice of society and the voice of the devil and the voice of all these different people and the voice of all these different things? What voice are you going to take more serious? God's voice that has the final say, or the voice of the enemy and the voice of all these people? You know what I'm saying? Man, let me tell you something about a lot of these people, man. The people who don't pay your bills, the people who don't pay your rent, them be the people who have the most to say. Man, it's real. Them be the people who have the most to say. People who will never care for you, people who will never do nothing for you ever. Them be the people who have the most say about how you should live your life and what you should do. And these people is not even sent from God, bro. These people sent from the devil, most likely, to just distract you from God's path. That's why they have the most stuff to say. They contribute in nothing to your life other than trying to mislead you into the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? Trying to discourage you. They discouraging you is because they never did it before. So they ain't seen it. They have not seen that thing done before because they failed at trying to do it. So now they trying to discourage you because they trying to project the insecurities onto you. You know, but God has the final say. God's saying something totally different, you know. And sometimes what the situation is talking about and what God is talking about is totally different things. Sometimes God is going to say something else and the situation going to say something else. So you put your trust in God, man. You know what I'm saying? You put your trust in God, man. Because there's situations where I felt like, man, how am I going to make it through this one now? I'm like, man, how am I going to make it through this one? But the situation did not have the final say, though. God had the final say. So you just got to keep pushing, man. You got to keep pushing forward. You know? How long can you keep pushing forward, bro? That's what it's all about, man. You got to keep pushing forward. Because if you start listening to all these different people and all these different voices of the system and of society and of all these family members and all this stuff, man, a lot of them don't know what they're talking about. A lot of them don't even have a true relationship with God. So how can they tell you something that makes sense when they don't even have a relationship with God? You're the one with a relationship with God. So how can a person without a relationship with God trying to tell you what the right way is when they're not even on the right way? They're not even on the right path. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say this to kind of like encourage like the followers of God, man. God has the final say. And we could have some type of confidence in that, just knowing that like these situations, they don't be having the final say a lot of times, man. You know, these situations, man, like it's about what God's final say is. That's what it's all about, man. These people, man, they don't really have the final say. It's really about what God has to say, bruh. You know, and sometimes, bruh, sometimes God's final say is going to be different from what that situation is talking about and what those people is talking about and what the devil is talking about. But that's just basically all I wanted to say, man. Peace.